Hello, 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 Sastriyakal, Vanakkam, Adabarze, and hello to all my friends who are there. We are looking for the semi-finals of the league. We've just found a server and we are ready to jump into the game. My co-caster for the whole day and yesterday, Rohit Kakre's game is crashing repeatedly. So I'm really sorry he'll not be able to go ahead and join in right now. But we do have Vo'Sk who played the finalists right now from the winners bracket, which is Ilions coming in successfully. They played them in the first round, and now they have gone all the way through the bottom bracket, and they are now sitting at the semifinals. But against them is DMC. DMC is going to stand in their way and say, "You shall not pass. You shall go ahead and go through us to go ahead and get in back into the finals." Guys, remember that this is for the elite tournament. This is for the top four. One of these four teams, which is Vo'Sk, DMC, Ilions, are all going to be winning a lot of money, probably close to 75,000 rupees. So let's go ahead and see what's going to happen. So there's the announcement that this stream is live. You guys will be running about 3 minutes behind schedule, so we are really good to go to that. I will love to go ahead and introduce everyone in this matchup as soon as the time expires. This is Alienware's tournament, so guys, if you've not checked out the X51, if you've not checked out the rest of the things that Alienware brings to the table, please go check it out. Really good computing machine, really good stuff that they have. You won't go ahead and want to be miss it. If you're an elite gamer, you have to love Alienware. Oh, and it's really cool to show off too. There are a couple of people I'd like to go ahead and give a quick shout out to. Phobia, who happens to be Anup Dastakar, the backbone of DOTA in India, who works very actively with our very good friend of mine, Yogesh Nagdev. He's the guy who's brought this to you along with Rapture Gaming. So a big shout out and a big thank you to these guys. Couldn't have done this without you. And we are ready to go. This is now live. We are looking at the quick picks that are going to be brought in. It's been a privilege, I actually have to say, casting Dota 2 for you guys. I've made some really nice friends in the chat today. We have a lot of people who've watched it. You are a tough audience and you are extremely critical, but I take that as extremely good feedback. Yes, I will have to go ahead and spend lots more time in Dota 2, and you can look me up. I am Lord Nod on the game. If I ever come around, do teach me stuff, because the more I learn is the better I can go ahead and serve you. It'll be really good. And we are looking for good casters, so if anyone's there, mail us at lordnod@lordnod.com, and we'd love to get more people on board. There goes the picks. While the picks had already been made, CM had finished earlier. I am going to let you know very quickly. On the Radiant side, we have Vo'Sk playing Threat playing Shadow Demon, Loki playing Windrunner, 16 playing Brewmaster. This is the first time we are seeing Brewmaster into this, so that'll be a really interesting pick, and let's see what's going to happen. Trickster is playing Lycanthrope, which was not banned, and that was very interesting. Lycanthrope's normally been banned every single time in the whole tournament. So that's something which we definitely will go ahead and look at. QOP comes in for Remstar. On the other side, we have the Dire, which is DMC, which is standing in the way of VSK to get them into the finals. You have Vanquish playing KO. TL, we have Zoom playing Invoker, we have Punk playing Death Prophet, we have Pyro taking Faceless Void, and Ever taking Tidehunter. So that's going to be a really good, interesting matchup. Guys, so I always like this, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly go for predictions. First Blood, who do you think is going to be taking First Blood, and who is this going to be against? There you go. A shout out to Pyro. Oh wait, no, wrong shout out, but good enough. Um, that should be a good comp. Let's look at the starting loadouts. There is nothing new. Lycanthrope does start with a Ring of Protection, which is a little different. Everyone is taking the standard Iron Branches. Faceless Void starts with a Culling Blade, and a Circlet definitely for QOP to go ahead and make sure. A couple of wards on either side to go ahead and make everything happen. Tangos and solves. Uh, Rapture Fate says Radiant's got this. This should not be a problem. But let's see whether Vo'Sk can go ahead and take DMC down. Great initial battle that's starting up. Vo'Sk Vanquished is going against Windrunner, and that is fairly okay. Tango goes down, and that should be fine. There is double pressure, triple pressure that might come in, so that's going to be really interesting. We do have Shadow Demon going against Death Prophet in the middle. That's going to be easy, but there is Brewmaster who is supporting in the mid, and that's going to be a good composition. You have Lycanthrope going and jungling. He is low on health, and that didn't really last long. Tango goes down, and he should be able to go ahead and support that very easily. At the bottom, you have a composition. You have a confrontation between Invoker and QOP, and both of them should be fairly close to each other, both semi-ranged, and they should be fine. Lycanthrope is now getting better and better. He's reached level 2. Quick hero levels. QOP is already gone to level 3 and should be hitting level 4 very, very quickly. Tidehunter and Windrunner are not going and not made their levels yet, so that might be a small problem, and they should go ahead and focus on getting that. There are 3 heroes. These heroes are sharing experience, so unless they go ahead and get a couple of quick kills, that'll be difficult. But Windrunner is known consistently to go ahead and hold 3 heroes back, and that'll be, I think, the job. Hold that lane for as long as possible unless a rotation comes in. Shadow Demon and Brewmaster, good team composition. They have built their first levels. Thunderclap for Brewmaster, and Shadow Demon has gone for a Soul Catcher along with Disruption. DD comes in, and Death Prophet should be going in, transitioning into the middle and seeing if she can go ahead and get this. The cooldown for this is it's still about 3/4 here, and let's see whether that double damage can go ahead and pay off or not. And unless they go down into the valley, this is not going to be easy for Death Prophet to go ahead and get enough bang for their buck. Yeah, interestingly, the level 4, level 3 QOP Invokers a level ahead on this great attack that should take out half the life. Invoker sitting at about 300 takes the Tango to go ahead and make a replenishment. Yeah, great. On the cooldowns just finished, and whether a Shadow Strike's going to go down on Invoker one more time, but there is the tower which is there, which should be fine. Windrunner is sitting consistently and not crossing the bridge as an active thing, because that's way too far for her to go ahead and go. Since I'm solo casting, guys, if you're typing something into the chat, I will try and jump into that as soon as I can. I'm not having a big break here, so if there is something which is there, don't worry about it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. There goes the shot down by Windrunner, but there is Tidehunter and KOTL going and moving towards them, but will be running away quickly to go ahead and make sure that she survives. And she's holding pretty much her own against this. Death Prophet level 4, Brewmaster's just taken a healing solve and should be able to go ahead and survive fairly evenly. Was waiting for creeps to go ahead and start pushing, and that's fine. Shadow Demon is level 3. Let's look at which is the level 5. Tidehunter and KOTL are both sitting at level 2 and 3. So that's okay. That's not too much of a difference, and they should be fine. Tidehunter might have a slight problem, but let's see whether that is actually going to do. Windrunner is consistently holding here, takes a shot off on KOTL, whether that's going to be sufficient or not, which is going to be seen or not. It is a level 3 versus level 4 and a level 3 here, so there's the towers getting focused down on, and it's important to go ahead and start getting pushed on against that, and that is sufficiently held. A courier comes in and is taken and sent back instantaneously, so that's really good, so that should not be a problem. Brewmaster is now going to go ahead and try and go move against Death Prophet, and they have Shadow Demon next to this. There's a whole follow-up coming which is there, and the replenishment happens for Brewmaster as quickly as possible, and that is fine and should not be an overextension. Windhunter is getting a couple of hits on them, and this is starting to get to a level where Faceless Void is already at level 5, KOTL is at level 3, and Wind Hunter is at level 4, down to half health, takes the only healing that is left, which is the solve, and moves forward. A good confrontation going on. Whether the hits can go down on Death Prophet, no, they couldn't, and that's fine because that was a 3v1 confrontation. While we look at the bottom lane, we have Invoker, who's level 6, fighting against QOP, who is also level 6, and they're holding well against each other. We had not paid attention to Lycanthrope, and who's been jungling all this while and leaving everyone to go ahead and manage, is consistently making health sufficiently, but needs to go ahead and do this. Already is at rank of Basilisk with the initial Quelling Blade that he had, has not really changed around. Wind Hunter's getting is definitely Wind Runner, Wind Hunter. Second time in a row, so sorry for that. Wind Runner is going back because her health was absolutely low, and these two now sitting back for Vo'Sk will definitely give some time and experience to go and lose that, and that's the time that a couple of levels will be made up by the Dire to go and make that. So top lane is currently empty, but the confrontations keep on going on between Invoker and Queen of Pain. Brewmaster is still holding level 6. That's a great level up strategy which has gone there, but is still sitting against Death Prophet. So that is level 6 versus level 6, which is fairly even. Don't overextend, because if he overextends, he might be just caught out. And there is two of them standing against him, and which is important for him not to go ahead and get drawn into the gank at that level. Wind Runner is back and is making sure that the active hold on that tower is not moving back, so that's fine. The courier is moving, but that's fine. And
top tower is under attack.
And there goes the attack down, which is their Brewmasters moving down and not looking at a great development. I'm scared of going, and there goes down Brewmaster. Oh, Brewmaster survives and takes a great earth conversion and is focusing down on Death Prophet. I think that this might be an overextension right now. He needs to go ahead and make sure that this finishes on time, because if it does not, one more hit, and there goes that first blood. Brewmaster takes down Death Prophet for first blood, but let's go ahead and see which is there. He has overextended, or he will go ahead and get knocked down. I think he will. He definitely did. KOTL goes and gets that. So that's a fair enough 1v1 trade. You did have a Shadow Demon coming for support, but they were already Tidehunter and KOTL who were standing there, and KOTL should make a couple of levels very easily and some gold for that. Shadow Demon might also have overextended, but I don't think so. He's going to be fine. Puts in a couple of very quick disruptions, and he should be fine. At the top, we have Windrunner now going in, pushing back against the tower. This tower is about 946, about 1300, and this tower was sitting at about 807. So that was pretty much back and forth. And whether Faceless Void, who's level 6, and Windrunner at level 6 is going to hold, is fine. Brewmaster's gone to level 8 because for that kill which he got, and gets hit a little by Death Prophet, so that composition is fine. The Shadow Demon is calling out for a rune here for double damage, but nobody's really picked it up, and he will go pick it up if no one else is. There he goes. Yeah, so I'm going to check on the stream if everything is going to be okay, because I don't want to miss out and just be talking when nobody else has seen me. Well, yeah, that sounds fine. Very good. No, I'm not reading everything from a piece of paper. I am reacting to things which are gonna. That sky, that's so rude. But that's good fun, man. And it is not lagging. That's how I had to go ahead and fix it. It lagged. You just jinxing everything. So while that is happening, I'm not reading off a piece of paper. I'm trying to go ahead and make up for the lack of a second caster. Normally you can go ahead and discuss some things with each other, and that's the wonder of two casters. But no, that is not there, and I need to breathe. If you want me to be slower, I can be. I can say Tide Hunter and KOTL are just walking and they're killing. But I'd rather go ahead and talk faster to go ahead and say what is the action going, because I really don't want to miss the action. Faceless Void is going to go ahead and lose an arrow and get about 4-5 creeps really quickly. And I like the fact that Windrunner's been able to go ahead and hold this entire lane. This part is pretty much blocked off by Windrunner. Let's go ahead and check on QOP. QOP is 9 and so is about Invoker nearly. Let's look at the levels. Invoker should be coming down really quickly. And can they get one more shot on him? No, he just takes the tango at the last moment and he's left with one tango. So that was very close. He should be reaching level 9 very quickly. But QOP is about a whole level ahead, which is there. Let's look at Windrunners finally gets taken down, and I did not see that gank which is happening. Brewmaster is trying to go ahead and support, but I don't know whether he can. They overextend on it? I don't know. Shadow Demon is also getting focused down on. Whether there is an overextension on this or not, we will go ahead and see. They're trying to go ahead and get onto KOTL. KOTL is getting attacked. He's left with this. KOTL definitely falls down. So they do take 1 for the price of 2 to go ahead and go back, but I think that exchange definitely went in the favor of DMC, and they're fine. They should be okay. Pretty fairly even match. Let's look at quick levels. XP about 2000 higher. Not that much of a difference. This is 11 minutes into the game, so I would not say that is oh my god difference. So then this being pulled back, and you also have about a 1500 gold difference, which is again not phenomenally. Bottom tower deny, which is fine, and an invisibility rune is active, so let's see who's taken invisibility. Invisibility is definitely taken by Death Prophet and is getting out of there. I'm out of here, but is saying I will be back. And Brewmaster is going in, tanking on a lot of experience, gets hit by just a small hit of the KTL's Illuminate to go and do this. He is what, level 1, which is there, that's fine. Oh, there goes Brewmaster, but this is a 2v2 that's going to be there. That's actually turned to a 3v3, which is there. They're going to try and focus on him. The silence goes down. He's going to try and run out of there. Will he survive, which is there? No, he does not survive, but is there an overextension on Brewmaster? Yes, no. Does get out of there. That's a good kill. And KOTL is being focused down on. If you look at the KD ratios, which is there, you do see 2 deaths on KOTL, which is there. He has got 1 back, but he's definitely taken 2 hits down. And you have Tide Hunter having taken down 2 kills. The top tower here is getting. There goes the Blink Dagger. Brewmaster is definitely. What's the kind of thing? 3 exhorts are currently running fine. Queen of Pain is moving back. She's lost half of her life and has no real health to speak of, so she will go ahead and transition and rotate into the middle. No, she will come back, so interesting. The middle tower is getting attacked with 2 creeps, but this should be...
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
I did not even see this. Ooh, Lycanthrope's just gone taken like... we did not catch that. I am so sorry, but there you go. You now know why Lycanthrope is an active ban for most people. He went and took down Roshan at level 11 all by himself with a great regeneration scheme. And yeah, so Lycanthrope now has 2 lives. The tower is nearly gone, 198. That's why you see this active line being kept. This says you shall not pass. So I'm going to leave that you shall not pass. I keep on ignoring because he's jungling, right? So, and I'm not paying attention on the lane. I'm paying attention on the lanes and not on the jungling. So that's going to happen. I think with another couple of levels he should be moving down. He is going to buy a town portal and have no money left for anything else. Slight push coming in. There are 3 of them here. Brewmaster comes in. Brewmaster's got a couple of hits down on him. Tide Hunter's going and done ravage, and he will get the kill. He definitely gets the kill. The support heroes of Shadow Demon and Windrunner will not be able to go ahead and hold on. although there are 3 of them getting back, which is there, but this will be sufficiently. That was a great, that was a quick kill. That's fine. While this was happening, and because Windrunner went there, and I said, "You shall not pass," they passed because Windrunner left that entire bracket, and that was left about 198 life. So that was cool. Bottom, we still have Invoker, who's gone against QOP and has made sufficient levels. QOP is at about nearly 11, and Invoker's at start of 11, start of 10, and is getting sufficient levels. So they're fairly evenly matched right now, and we will have to look at the end game. Move back by Shadow Demon to go ahead and replenish, which will go ahead and leave Brewmaster alone in the middle. And that's the time where these 3 might want to go ahead and push and see whether they can go ahead and chance their luck. But no, I think you see KOTL going and transitioning, and he will get down here to go ahead and support. You do have Faceless Void with Lycanthrope right now. Lycanthrope has decided to go ahead and get into the battle on a serious level, and has gone and there he goes, super attack, which is going down. Faceless Void is getting focused down on by the wolves, and there he goes. I think, oh, QOP just got Invoker. Oh god, which is there, but I don't want to go ahead and move out of this because this is a big battle which is going on right now. And quick runaway, whether he can go ahead and save himself. Yes, he does. There he goes, and I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gets 1 kill. 5 gets 2 kills. And scoots out of there. Faceless Void, make sure that he's out of there. The Aegis off. Well, he gets tied. No, he will not, because the form's finished and his ultimate's under cooldown. So his Aegis of the Immortal definitely was worth it to go ahead and make sure that A, he did not die and he got a kill back in return. I did not see this attack because we lost Invoker, and Invoker was taken down by QOP. And that has given her a level 12 versus... where is he? I don't see him. Is he here? Yeah, there he is. And he's now level 10, and that was a 1 whole level difference which is there. There's a Tango like down here. Great Shackle that goes down, and QOP comes down and says, "Hey, I killed you. I want to kill you one more time." And yes, she does. No, Brewmaster stole that kill. And that's fine. And the tower also goes down. That's another kill which is there. Now it's getting down to an 8 to a 4, which is level. And VOSK is literally showing that why they're known as one of the best ones. They have to be a little careful. I don't know whether he is going back. Yes, he is going back because his health is sufficiently low to go ahead and push down. Faceless Void is also going and taking a confrontation down against Lycanthrope, and I don't think they can go ahead and take Lycanthrope level 12 versus Faceless Void. That's great. And here goes the Shackle, and there goes the kill. That was a great map presence and map foresight by Windrunner, and is now moving around sufficiently well to go ahead and make sure everything is going to be. They're going to be focusing on this target very, very, very soon. Here comes a certain bit of support, which is their Tide Hunter is sitting behind there, but there are 3 heroes sitting down: Lycanthrope, Brewmaster, and Windrunner. This tower should be gone very, very quickly. There goes down the Brewmaster, the Silence, and there goes the Ravage, which is there now. Whether they can go ahead and make it count or not is something which we have to go ahead and look at, which is there. QOP is behind, and they're trying to go ahead and focus on Lycanthrope, and Lycanthrope actually gets killed, which is there, but it needed 3 of them to go ahead and get together. Whether QOP can go ahead and make that damage count, which is there, definitely takes 1 down, gets a Silence on her, and she's running away like the bloody bejesus out of this, which is there. Whether they can go ahead and all 3 cut him off, which is there, and they will go ahead and cut there, but there comes in, which is the Shadow Demon will go ahead and try and help and gank, but gets ganked himself, and that is going to be a very painful part for this. You are now looking at Invoker going and running back with 64 life, which is there, and whether they can go ahead and get the kill on Windrunner, that'll be fine. Whether Windrunner is getting hit on multiple times, needs to get away. Great Shackle as a defensive Shackle that goes down. Whether the hit can go ahead and go down, which is there. They are focusing back on this. Invoker runs away. Oh, and does not run away, and all 3 of them come down. They needed KOTL to go ahead and come and make sure that the block was there, and the channeling comes in and should definitely be fine. So that's a good pullback that actually happened. Brewmaster is going to go ahead and be moving back, and they need to go ahead and regroup and come back as a team to go ahead and do that. Let's see what that effect has on the experience. The experience is now going up to 8,000 in the favor of the Radiant, and even the gold earned is absolutely in the favor of the Radiant. They didn't lose too much. They do, although they lost a couple of people at the end. That is not Lycanthrope. Basically goes back and says, I'm going to go ahead and make short work of these little guys. I need more experience. I'm Lycanthrope. I'm the guy who kills animals. So that sounds so bad. I'm not Lycanthrope who kills animals. I'm the jungler. I'm not the guy who kills animals. What are you saying? Well, while that has been happening, let's look at a quick composition on what they've been developing. You have, let's look at the higher levels. You've got Lycanthrope with the Medallion of Courage and Vladimir's Offering, and the Necronomicon, which is actually going to be a great buy for him. In terms of levels, 11, 8, 8, 11, 11 versus an 8, 10, 12, 13. So these levels are way too high to go ahead and get there, and that is something that they need to go ahead and cover up. And there is some pings going on, but really not there, and the game has been paused. And that allows me to go ahead and take a 2-second breather break. So, yes, Excalibur, I do have a good sense of humor. That's okay, guys. You can troll me all you want, but it's fun, it's tough. It sounds fun, and by the way, it is load stuff. And I can't get to talk about anything. And the best part here, I have to say, is because we are not lagging currently, because the lesser number of people who are going and doing this, the better it is. But 2 is the bare minimum I really like. I know Toby can go ahead and do this with 1, but he's Toby, man. He's God. A better way to go ahead and do this with casters is there's a lot of energy that you can feed off each other. I know the game, I don't know it really well. You guys are like rock stars in front of me, so I always have to go ahead and clap to the and the kill, Faceless Void goes down. Brewmaster's actually on this, so I asked the question up front at the start of the game with Brewmaster. That is the first time we've seen Brewmaster coming into the game, and I asked whether that's going to be a great call or a bad call. Well, if you look at the KD right now, Brewmaster is right now #1 with 5-1. While that is happening, there is a certain push that is going to happen. Whether they can go ahead and catch each other on time, that has to be seen, but that's fine, that's nothing. A channel happen, and that should go ahead and get him out of there. That tango should be picked up by someone who doesn't have that, maybe even Windrunner, if they need some health, which is there. If they can, the tower is getting focused on whether it's going to be defended or not, which is there. Death Prophet moves in, so does Tidehunter and KOTL, who just, I think, channeled out of here. So, and that's fine. And that's definitely going to be.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And Dire's bottom tower has fallen, and there's the fallen tower, which is there. Just creeps, just that took it out, so that's fine. Invoker is trying to hold on, but big actions all here, guys, all the way in the middle. Push, pull, push, pull. Great shot by Windrunner, and they're going to try and see what they can go ahead and make out of that entire thing. Shadow Demon is also pushing back. Yeah, well, if they're not going to do something, I'm going to just... Oh, there he goes. They're going to go ahead and try and get a hit on Faceless Void, but Queen of Pain's move did not really go and result in anything. But it was a good try. It was a great map presence, map view to go ahead and do this. Queen of Pain is actually overextended. They're going to see whether they can go ahead and get her out. No, they're not going to go ahead and... Because that gear goes the Ravage, and this is Brewmaster is gone, and everyone is in suspension right now. On the edge, you have Lycanthrope. No, that's Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon's definitely gone down, and so does Invoker, which has gone down. This might also... Brewmaster's also gone down, and that should go ahead and give everyone a bonus... and yeah, that was a great 2v1 attack which is there, so that should be fine. Void Hunter definitely.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And Dire's bottom tower has also fallen because this push was actually happening here, which is there. They also got great push against that. The tower is gone and the barracks are standing exposed, so someone has to go ahead and they need to go ahead and make sure that defense is active. They have gone for Roshan, and there was a quick check by Windrunner to go ahead and say whether they are there or not. There is a smoke of deceit lying here and waiting. And there's the call by Pink, and that Pink has been called on by KOTL to go ahead and say whether they can go ahead and get that or not. But that'll be really interesting because both sides are thinking of going for Roshan right now, and that's going to be extremely, extremely risky if both of them go there. And because I would love a boss fight. Have you ever seen a boss fight? I'm going to ask where Diode and Radiant go. They try to kill Roshan. One team kills him, tries to kill Roshan. Roshan kills them, and everyone's dead. Yeah, I'm sorry. I always like these really random scenarios. Whether this will work or not, we will see. Which is their good shot off by Windrunner to go ahead and get some creeps into half health. And QOP goes and just ends that and takes all the money and say, hey, hey, in my bank. Channeling's on. Should definitely be able to go ahead and move fairly well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There is the attack on this, but this is going to be held well. There's 4 of the heroes here. Whether there's a haste, someone has gone and picked up. The hate's been picked up by Shadow Demon, and this is going to be a good fight, which is the Brewmaster's in the middle, who goes and releases his ultimate, and there goes the Ravage from this, but he is getting pulled down. The stasis goes in, and Tidehunter definitely falls down. Let's go ahead and see who else is going to get focused down. You are definitely going and looking at Faceless Void going down, and he does. And Windrunner definitely Windrunner also dropped, I did not see, but has bought back really quickly, and that was saving, which is there. Shadow Demon is also going to fall, which is there. The silence definitely goes down, but has been sufficiently held. That was a 3v1, 3v2, but Windrunner bought back. So that was nearly okay. That's not that bad. It's a 15-11, and let's look at the composition in comparison, which is there. Experience is now absolutely in the favor of the Radiance, and the middle tower just goes down, and so is the money. So this might look like a very even match right now, but it is not. Even if we go ahead and look at the kind of development which is there, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 versus 10, 13, 14, 14, 9. And that is now going and paying huge dividends. The Shackle's definitely gone down, and Tidehunter's fallen down, and the barracks are now going down really, really quickly. And this is... Where is the double kill? I didn't even see it. So sorry. Q.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
There's too much action happening, guys. I really need another guy which is there. So apply right now, lordnod@lordnod.com. While I'm going to say that, the tower is also getting focused on. Now I'll have to go ahead and have full map presence like I am playing the game right now. The middle barracks are definitely getting attacked right now. They are trying to go ahead and hold back. The fortification comes in, and and that deny should be sufficient, which is there. They did end up going and holding that very, very, very actively. What's happening here? Shadow Demon is all alone and figuring stuff out and moving that. And that is being held really nice. They have held back sufficiently well to go ahead and make sure that everything's going to be fine. They are attacking right now and moving even further up roads, which is there. That's going to be excellent. They really need to push back, but I don't think that they can. If Rohit was here, he would say, Akshat, sure they can, but they need to go ahead and get a Ravage and a couple of other ultimates to go ahead and get back into the game. And I love the guy, man. And I would really have needed him in this match. And here goes Shadow Demon. He's going to try and go ahead and get it, but it is a 4v2, which is there. QOP goes and lands, but Shadow Demon is going to be alone and is going to get focused on, and he's going to fall right about now, which is there. Let's see if there is an overextension. That is going to Brewmaster goes and lays the bejesus onto Invoker. That is there. So there goes Tidehunter, and they're going to be attacking really actively. KOTL will definitely fall. There he goes, which is there. Now the question is whether Invoker can also be focused down on, but I think he'll sufficiently be able to go ahead and run away. And QOP basically says, you know what, let me just go ahead and get the barracks down. And there goes the shackle down on the Invoker. Invoker is has about one shot left, which is there, 213, 200, and there he goes down.
You should have come to me for instructions.
KOTL has disconnected. GG has been called out. It's Ilions versus Vo'Sk, the first match and the last match. It's GG, and I am out of here.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.